orange? You glad you didn't say banana? Or, you know what, I gotta stand up for a minute. So I know we're going slow, so I don't have to get up fast, do I?
No, you don't.
Okay.
It's slow down Sunday.
Okay.
Oh.
You're welcome. I'm Sugar.
I'm the squirrel.
I need a slow down day.
Yeah, it's a slow down day. So 30 minutes on the clock of slowing down, right? So you really should probably stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but you won't make it funny. Okay, never mind. Let's get into a tabletop position, shall we?
Let's.
So splay your fingertips open, press the palms directly underneath your shoulders. Take your knees directly under the hips and just kind of feel it out today. Take a moment and pull your shoulders away from your ears and just breathe. Now, as we inhale, walk your fingertips and your palms all the way to the front edge of your mat. And as your hips drop, let your heart lift. So nice big breath in. Take the gaze up towards the sky. Push every single toenail down to the floor. And then as we exhale, we'll pull the hips back. All the way back to the back, so your forehead melts to the floor. And then we pause. And that's it. You can go home now. Just kidding.
Oh,
Stay there, Sugar.
That was
Stay
so
there, Sugar.
slow.
I know. So as you rest in child's pose, take a moment to just breathe. You know, sometimes we forget to breathe, right? When you're in the middle of a stressful situation in life, sometimes it's the last thing we do. We hold the breath in anticipation, or sometimes we breathe really, really quickly, which resembles hyperventilation. So you notice that when you're in a relaxed state, your breath is deeper, it's slower, it draws out almost like honey. So take 2 more breaths here. Just honor the breath and let the breath honor your body. And then we slowly pull our bodies back up into that tabletop position, revisiting once again. But the difference is when you've taken that moment, just a few breaths, it's interesting how it changes the quality of the body, of the breath, and allows you to just pause for a moment rather than anticipating what's coming next. So take your hands forward once again, and then let the hips fall down, let the heart lift up. And it's gentle, gentle. If you feel discomfort in any way, shape, or form, then maybe you back off the pose a little bit. Exhale, pull back to child's pose. So slowly sink the hips back, and then from here, keep that space underneath the elbows. Let the head touch down if it feels comfortable. So now the stretch moves. Pull your shoulder blades, slide them down to your back so that you feel that stretch move and shift. Inhale, pull back up, and again, let the heart lift as the hips fall. Nice big breath in. As we exhale, pull back, and again, elbows stay lifted so that the stretch becomes more active. Pause. And we're going to continue the cycle 2 more times, listening to the flow and the rhythm of your own breath. The beauty is you breathe differently than everybody. And the beauty is, too, maybe the people around you aren't breathing in the same way, and that's okay. Maybe your kids are running around driving you crazy, spouse, significant other, maybe it's the dog barking. Exhale, pull back, and now pause. Despite our crazy circumstances, you can always find your breath. Inhale, pull back up in the tabletop position. Stack the hands again directly underneath shoulders. And as we inhale, the right arm reaches out to the side like a wing. Now pause here for a moment because I do this too instinctually. I want to open up. Pause and stack hips and shoulders. So at first the arm just extends and reaches. Now take it up a little bit higher and maybe the gaze follows. Exhale, slide so that your knuckles touch down to the floor and reach away to the opposite side. Slowly let the head fall down, the shoulder fall down, and pause. Take that right hip and pull it back because the tendency is it wants to fall inward. And just pause for a moment. Relax your opposite shoulder away. Maybe hug that elbow into the side of the body. And as we inhale, we push down to the palm and slowly draw ourselves back up into tabletop position. So inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone. Pull the shoulders away from ears. Exhale, round the spine, bring the chin to chest. Do that again. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the head. Every fingertip presses into the floor. Exhale, round the spine. Are you breathing? Inhale, come back to neutral spine. Lift the left arm this time at the side. And again, we have that tendency to want to open, to want to overshoot the runway. Pause here for a moment, even if it's a little uncomfortable. And inhale to reach up a little bit higher. Exhale, slide through all the way down. And this side is going to be different, friends, because we are not the same from side to side. Pull that left hip back. It's not about comparison, because comparison is the thief of joy. It's simply about being in this moment on this side with this breath and allowing it to just be. The next time you inhale, press down into the mat, gently pull back up, back in the tabletop position. Again, inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone, shoulders away. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the toes underneath, let the head hang heavy. So from here, can you ground down? Look at your fingertips for a moment. The tendency is a lot of times we let them curl. I call those spider fingers. And then we're not grounded. Just want to think about as spiders during yoga, right? Yes. Pull the shoulders away. So all we do is as we inhale, lift the knees about an inch off the floor, hover, and exhale, gently sit them back down. So curls are toed. Curls are toed. Toes are curled underneath. Inhale, flow your knees off the floor, 1 inch. Hover. We call this bear. You can make a bear noise if you like. Exhale, slowly release.
Bear?
Oh gosh. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Feel the core muscles light up, yes?
Yes.
Exhale, sit it down. Now this time, inhale, lift up and hold. And if it ever gets to be too much, know that you could drop the knees. But from here, pull the hips back. Imagine my hands are on your hips. Your knees don't change. Your knees don't change. Pull, 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 pull. It's almost like your chest and your thighs touch. Let your head go. Maybe shake no. Maybe shake yes. Now your quads are burning a little bit, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So all of a sudden, you come up to the tippy toes and straighten the legs. Feels good.
Better.
Your calf muscles go away. What? Now bend the knees again. Shift the weight. Hips back, 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 back. Chest to thighs. Again, inhale, straighten and come up to the tippy toes. Exhale to lower back into it. 1 more time because I know it's burning. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Hold as low as you can. Now since you're down low, take your gaze forward. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Straighten the back leg for a moment, then drop down to the knee. Release the toes and slowly roll up. Ooh, baby. Push into those hips.
That doesn't seem slow. That seems whoa.
This is slow and whoa. Your left arm reaches, whoops, all the way up to the sky and hold it here. Now, opposite hand is on the thigh just for support. We gently pull the elbow into the side and reach it all the way back up and over. So this way, you're gonna open up lats, right? Should feel them popping behind you.
Oh yeah, mine are crunchy.
Yeah, and then all the way up and over, stretching out that hip flexor. 2 more times. And then we're gonna go a little faster. I know it's slow down Sunday, and it still is. Inhale, reach up. Now a little faster. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach your arms both up overhead. Take the outer elbow to the outside of the thigh and a little twist. And if this is too much, my friends, know that you can just set hands right on top of the thigh. Ideally, in a perfect world, you're starting to shimmy those hands to heart center. Big stretch here. Exhale, unravel, place the hands on the floor, and then step back. Guess what? Downward facing dog, full expression here. So at first lengthen, sink the heels toward the floor, splay the fingertips open, and point those pointer fingers out to 45-degree angles of the room. Pause. Now, shift the weight forward into a plank. Drop down to the knees. Pick up the feet for the first one, ziplock big toes together. As we exhale, slowly descend, elbows hug the sides of the body. Inhale, lift the heart, push the hips down. Exhale, guess what?
Oh no.
Curl the toes.
Guess what? It's never a good thing for me.
Shift your hips back so you're back in tabletop position. Oh,
Guess
yeah.
what? A bear and a rabbit.
Inhale, lift your knees 1 inch. Pause. Exhale, set it down. Release for a moment. Woo. Inhale, push down through the knees, the palms. Now lift up. Exhale, set it down. Are you breathing?
Sort of.
Well, kind of hold the breath, right, when it gets challenging. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Last time. Now inhale, hover and hold. Can you slide your shoulders back a little bit further? It seems stressful, but where can you bring some softness, some relaxation? Exhale, keep the knees bent. Pull, 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 pull. There's those quads again, right? Press down to the palms. Let the head go. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Oh, but yes. Take your gaze forward, your left foot steps to the outside of your left hand. Push down through that leg to elongate to the back.
Oh, that's sore.
Woo!
What did you do to me?
Drop down to the knee. Gently bring it all the way up. Now, push into hip. Ooh, pop.
Ooh!
Did you hear that?
That was mine.
That's my kneecap. So slowly sinking in nice and deeply. Now friends, as we inhale, the arm reaches up. And we bring it all the way into the lat. So when we say lat, elbow goes to the side of the body. Tap it in. Your lat muscles run right here. And then as you reach up overhead, we stretch beyond. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull down. Ooh, inhale, reach. Last one. You ready to go a little faster? Yeah.
No,
You
slow.
didn't say. So ready? Let's go 4 quick. 4.
This is not very slow.
3.
I'd like to talk to the management.
2. 1. Reach up. And now all the way into a twist. Now the tendency, and I do this too, is as I'm trying to get into my twist, I tend to push off my front leg.
Right.
Which is fine to get into position. Now find your heart and then sink deeper into your hip. Doesn't matter if the hand's right at heart center. It's just something to aspire to.
Aspire to.
Yes, aspirations. Exhale, release the hands to floor. Curl those back toes underneath. Step back, full downward facing dog. Wiggle it out for a moment. Just breathe. Inhale, slowly come back into full plank position. Now, you have an option, of course, my friends, and your option is to drop to the knees. Lock your elbows to your sides. Slowly come about 1/2 inch to the floor. Pause. Inhale, push up. Exhale, 1/2 inch to the floor. Inhale, push up. Exhale, 1 inch to the floor. Inhale up. 1 inch to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, almost to the floor and hover. And the way that you know that you're in the right position is your triceps are level with your back. If your elbows are popping up above your back, you're too low. Inhale, push the hips down, lift the heart up.
What was
Yeah.
that?
Exhale, curl the toes. Downward facing dog.
My shoulders don't like you at all.
Woo! Inhale, right leg sweeps high to the sky. And just pause. We're just extending, not stacking the hips quite yet. Push down equally through both hands, and now sweep that right foot forward. Now you're in a standing position, so come all the way up. Pause. Hands come to hips. Sink down nice and low into a little lunge position. Oh yeah, we do lunges in yoga.
Lunches.
Lunges. Not lunches.
Oh,
Lunges.
how do we feel about food?
Inhale, unfurl fingertips to the sky. Now, this is crescent because the hips are level. So we're gonna practice a little something, okay? So you're gonna take that left hand to your left hip and then open up your left foot to the side of the room. Now, this appears to be coming into warrior two, but I'm gonna mess you up.
Okay.
Other hand down to the hip. Take your back leg and take a little step to the side of the room and then curl those hips back toward me. Ooh, much bigger stretch right here. Now for some people, this doesn't work, right? This is a lot of torque on the knee, on the hip, so take the feet wider if that's the case. Now try unfurling those fingertips up to the sky. Sink a little lower into your front leg. Now you remember how we turned that back hip? A little bit more. Take the hand back to the hip. Open it up even further, and now this front arm comes out towards your toes and you bend deeper. Now reach your opposite arm out. Pull the shoulders down and back. Slowly try to open up the chest. Imagine that you are the cheese in a sandwich. What kind of cheese are you,
Here
sugar?
you go, food again. Smoked Gouda.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That sounds good.
Smoked Gouda. Smoked Gouda. Pull the shoulders back and now sink 1/2 inch lower. Now as we inhale, move straight into the front leg. Pull your toes up off the floor. Exhale, bend deeper into that front thigh. Inhale, pull. Exhale, sink. 2 more times. You feeling your legs yet?
Yes, ma'am.
This is called a warrior pose for a reason. Inhale, and now exhale and hold. Now all we do, your extended arm behind you sets gently down the back of your thigh. Turn your front palm over, do a little matrix symbol, and then come with me and bend back into a side bend. And it doesn't matter how far back you get. Can you melt a little bit more into the leg? Notice that front knee, open it up. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down and around, and then stack your hips, pull back into that same position we were in earlier. Check this out, drop down to the knee. Inhale to reach the arms up. Oh boy. Guess what?
We have 2 legs. We have 2
Arms
sides
reach open
or something.
and up. Arms reach open, pull back and up. 2 more times. Down and up. Now, we're gonna pump them a little bit faster. Ready for 4 times? Let's go. 4, pull. 3, 2, and 1, and fold over your front leg. Pull and extend your leg that's in front of you long. Dig the heel into the floor. Now you'll notice this hip in front, the right one, is a little forward, right?
Yeah.
Just pull it back, level it out. If you've got knee issues and this isn't working for you, then you can stay in that lunge and be a little bit more elevated. Now, slowly walk fingertips just a little more further forward. My friends, a lot of people think that in order to do yoga successfully, there's no such thing, by the way, it's a matter of flexibility. No. The biggest piece with yoga is being in the present moment and just being okay with where we're at, which really is kind of life too, at least how it should be.
I'm okay with it.
You okay with that? Okay.
My hip's like, can we do something else now? Is there something else?
Woo!
Yes.
Uh-huh. Sometimes the longer you simmer, it gets a little bit more uncomfortable, and that's when people usually give up. My friends in life and in yoga, if you sit with it a little longer and just breathe, it'll dissipate, it'll soften.
Just sit in it.
Just sit it. Embrace the suck. Walk fingertips back just a hair, and then slowly come back up into that position. Now we're gonna have a little fun now that that leg's nice and tired, right?
Oh,
Fingertips to floor, slowly rise, and then float your left leg off the floor. Now at first, not concerned with where the leg is, just find the balance because we just did a big stretch on that hamstring. So, fingertips slide in front of you, pull the knee into the chest, flex the foot and press it back. Now focus on keeping your hips level. Again, inhale into the chest, exhale back. 1 more time, inhale in, exhale back. Now as you exhale, can you rotate your hips full open? That might require you to turn those right toes out a little bit to the 45-degree angle, fingertips on the floor, and then maybe you unfurl your left arm to the sky and pause.
And don't fall down.
If you fall down, it's okay. We have walls. And you're not that far from the floor too, so if you fall, it's okay. Slowly bring the arm down. Big step back. Big step back with your other hand, now you're back in downward facing dog. Breathe in for a moment and just pause. Can you feel the difference between the right and left legs? Inhale back to plank position. Sorry, not sorry. Exhale, 1/2 inch to the floor, elbows lock in. Inhale, push straight back up. Exhale, 1/2 inch to the floor. I love how Sugar's 1/2 inch and mine are very different inhale position. I was like, that's not 1/2 inch, but good luck to you. Exhale, 1 inch to the floor.
Yours is like 4.
Yours is like 8.
I'm like 8.
All the way down and hover. No, it's 1 inch toward the floor, not 1 inch from
from the floor. That's like 1 inch. I'm like, these are rough.
Lift your heart to look back. No wonder.
I did them all too.
I know. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shake your head no. Shake your head, oh yes. What goes right must go left. Left leg reaches. We're not stacking, we're just extending. Press evenly through both hands. Step that leg through to the outside. Slowly rise to standing. Take your time. Roll shoulders onto the back. Drop low into that leg. At first we shift the hip a little forward and sink lower because this is crescent. So the hips both shine forward like headlights on a car. Fingertips reach up to the sky, then melt shoulders onto the back. Pause for a moment. Just breathe. Now, left hand to left hip. Open the hip up just a little bit. Spiral your foot to that outer blade. And you'll notice that sometimes it's hard to get back to the front. So if that's the case, step off your tightrope and then bring your hips back forward as much as you can. So if it's not working for the knee, go back to crescent. Yeah. If you can, bend deeper into the front leg. Reach the arms up. Okay, ready? Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend.
So keep turning.
It's all right. One more time. Hold it here, sink low. Now, open the arms up again. Turn all the way over. So here's your cheese again. You got a different cheese. Which are you this time?
Gorgonzola. I thought about it.
I'm Havarti.
Oh yeah, you are.
Actually, I'm pepper jack.
Is there a Swedish cheese?
Swedish cheese?
Yeah.
Pull open with the knee. Feel that, because the tendency is with tight hips. Whoop, yep. So that's how you can gauge is look at your toes. Your knee should be tracking, whoop, right kind of in the center. And I always say just as long as it doesn't fall inside the toes, you're good.
Okay.
Reach the arms out. Pause for a moment. Sink a little deeper into your front leg. Turn your palm to face up. Without changing anything in your legs, can you just reach back? So a nice little stretch to the side body. Yeah? A little deeper in the leg. Woo, baby.
Zachary.
Exhale, cartwheel the arms down, not done. Float your fingertips a little bit in front of where you are. Now, at first, again, we're not concerned with what the hips are doing. Just find your balance. This is where I actually say spider fingers is good, right? Because that way you're not firmly planted, because a lot of people don't have that flexibility. Extend your leg higher. Imagine now you have a very expensive piece of china right here on your tailbone and you don't want to drop it. As you exhale, you pull in and then press out. So can you work shoulders away from your ears? Exhale, inhale to press out because you're extending. Keep breathing. It's a lot, right?
Yes.
One more time. Hold it.
Oh no.
Keep pressing. Now, we find one hand to the floor. And that's where I like to turn the toes in just a hair. And then maybe you extend up. Balancing half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. And
Maybe you just get this hand off the floor.
yeah, it's beautiful. My friends, 2 hands down is fine.
Woo!
Toe on the floor is fine. It's a big stretch happening.
There's a shake happening for me.
And then slowly release. Pause back into that body position. Drop your knee to the floor. Lift the hips, lift the heart all the way up. Press arms up. Again, we exhale, pull the elbows down. Inhale, reach. I'll be nice this time.
Thank you.
2 more. Sink into the hips. Last time here. Pull back and hold. Now, fold it forward and then pull back. Ah, again, you'll notice. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Pull that hip back.
I made it.
Let me help get out of that though. Hold. More active stretch. Pull the toes.
Oh, yeah.
Snap, snap. Pull the toes back towards the face and oh yeah.
Hamstring.
Maybe, yes. Maybe you walk your fingertips a little bit more further forward. Pause. It's not about flexibility, although will your flexibility improve? Absolutely. Fingertips come back. Walk it back off from your
Warning.
snap crack.
Warning. Warning.
Pull back to tabletop position.
Okay. There we go.
Inhale, lift your arms.
It's like Twister.
Exhale, round the spine, let the head hang. One more time, inhale, lift the heart. Now this time, exhale, round the spine, curl the toes, find that downward facing dog. Do you feel a little bit more balanced? Yeah. Take the palms and press them into the mat. Pull the shoulders back and maybe shake that head. No.
Oh no.
Now walk your hands all the way back to your toes and hang for a moment. Now inhale, slowly roll up. So we're gonna do a little something, something fun. So you need some wall space. So, right here, sugar.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't take you out with the thing, with the lovely artwork on the wall. So, to talk about the hips in crescent into warrior 2, we're gonna play against the wall. So, all I'm gonna do is whatever body part, or whatever leg I should say is closest to the wall, is the one you're into first. So are you on the right too? Okay. So we're gonna do left. Left foot steps forward. I don't slip on that. And then your opposite leg comes back. Now at first, you want to keep that hip on the wall as much as possible, because what we eventually want to have happen is to line up so my heels are in line, and of course my booty gets in the way. So the smaller the booty, the closer.
My whole body is attached to the wall.
Whatever. And the arms are going to come out like wings. Okay, so the beauty of this now is to kind of keep your legs planted where they are, and now just bend into your front leg, and then come to standing.
Oh, the picture was in my way.
It wasn't.
I couldn't do it. I didn't want to mess up.
Bend. And I love this because you can feel that your body is now vertical, whereas
when you're in space in the middle of a yoga studio or in a hashtag Karina's Love, it makes it a little bit more challenging. So now hold it. So here's the deal.
Oh no.
Your right hand comes to your hip. So what happens is your hip tends to shift forward. So push back against the wall.
My knee went, okay.
Yes, we're gonna work on that. Now your opposite hand comes to the thigh and gently pull back. Now we don't want to smash you into the wall, but do you feel a deeper stretch?
Oh yeah.
Okay, now bend your front knee deeper. Make sure your knee doesn't pass your toe. Oh, mama. So all of a sudden, our warrior pose, this is warrior 2,
Yeah.
Virabhadrasana 2, is much deeper. If you think about a warrior in your life, what would you say? Like, what do you think of as a warrior? Probably not someone just standing there like, hey, you guys want to fight or what?
I got a sword on the end of a pole.
Exactly.
Warrior.
Yeah. So you're in a warrior pose. So feel those legs. The arms reach out now. Try to keep that same sensation. Keep pulling the legs back and open. And now turn your palms into the wall and gently push. Oh, baby.
Don't turn the lights off, Ricky. I have the power.
I got the power. Now, ready to have some fun? Release the arms. I'm going to take a drink. Just kidding. I'm not, but I might think about it. Take that hand to the floor. So you know how we struggle with our balance?
Okay.
Go ahead. Are you nervous?
I don't think I can do it.
No, it's okay. You know what? Use the gate. Put your other foot on the gate.
I don't think I can do it.
It's okay.
I'll make my back a little off.
That's all right. So, variations. So if I had a prop for the lovely Sugar, which
Yeah.
I do.
Something for me to. Back issues.
Something that helps. Try to go out more that way.
No.
No.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, fine, that's one.
Okay. No, you're good. So this is, I'm glad this happened because this is fine. That's as far as she goes. So I'm gonna go over here. You can release it anytime, honey. So if I do my balancing half moon, I can do it into the wall now, and then I open up. So this is much more challenging. My balance is supported, but my thigh on the other hand is shaking.
Yeah, I can
like
see
the
it.
bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta turn to the other side. You got to. So we're gonna start with warrior 1. So you stack and line up your heels as much as possible, but obviously you're off center. Then you start to open the hips, open the shoulders,
Oh, light switch came.
and then bend that knee.
I think I need a bigger stance too.
Yeah. So with a longer leg, see I'm a shorty. Then maybe hand to hip. Whoop. Hand to knee. Whoop. Oh yeah!
You like it when you give me a face.
Bend! Reach! Press into the wall! Now, let's try this side, shall we? She's like, stop in the name of yoga. So you gotta pick up your back leg.
Can't. Oh,
No,
I
you
won't be
won't
able
do
to
it?
support myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries. So she can, see, there you go. Just do that.
I can't keep my back.
Okay.
I'll
It's-
collapse.
It's perfect. It's perfect. So in yoga and in life, wherever you are is perfect, yeah? Because guess what? Your flexibility, your balance, all those things change every single day. So if you are balancing, if you are hovering, you can even, if you've got somebody at home on your quarantine, you can have them put their hand right here on your hip and push you into the wall. Oh! Just that little action alone, hamstring shaking. And release. Come on back to your mat, Sugar.
That little move that we did was what caused my L5S1 to go. I was in a yoga class and I did it one time. And I remember I sat down, I thought, I'll stretch it out. No, I had to get help to the car.
Oh my
I'm like, no, I'm not going there again. It was one of these.
Yeah.
You know, just.
Yep. It's all it takes sometimes, right?
So part of that for me is that's protective, right? I'm like, no,
No,
that brings back
and
the
that's,
memory.
but that's the thing is listening to your body is always the key because especially my friends, I would say it's never doing anything glamorous when we hurt ourselves either. It's always something like yeah, it's something dumb. You're like
walking,
bent over and pick a piece of paper and you're like
breathing.
yeah, that's what happens. So allow your knees to splay open. Let the bottoms of your feet touch. Roll the shoulders onto the back. Try to create length in the spine. So in this journey of yoga, the journey of life, being true to yourself, honoring your body is always first and foremost.
Hands come to the outsides of the knees, gently close. We're gonna finish off this little spiral twist. So roll onto the back and then open up the arms to a strong T and tickle the sugar and drop your knees over to the right. Ooh, already popped.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Oh, delicious. Turn the gaze away from those knees and just melt the shoulders away. Take a couple breaths here. And then we inhale and gently pull the knees back to center. Just resetting the spine, letting the knees fall to the opposite side. Coochie coochie coo.
Oh, come on, snappage.
Snappage.
I got no snap.
Knees slowly come back up. And then just tuck the knees into the chest and we lift the heart towards the kneecaps. And then as we exhale, we slowly lower and then just shimmy the legs along. One at a time. Turn the palms to face up, wiggle the shoulders under the body just a little bit. So a lot of times when an instructor tells you to do that, we do this and we overdo it. And now we're in a back bend. So for Shavasana, final resting pose, as much as possible, we want to relax, create that length in the spine. So just tuck them under a hair so that you have that length and you can still relax. So take a nice big breath in through the nose. As we exhale, we open the mouth and just notice the cues today were to simply breathe. There was no recommendation or suggestion even on how to breathe. Because the reality is your body knows how. You don't have to teach it how. You naturally breathe. And there's elements of yoga where we can focus on different types of breath to bring awareness. But at the end of the day, all you gotta do is breathe. So close the eyes and for the next few moments, just pause here and focus on the breath and let everything else fade away. Slowly just begin to deepen the breath. With each breath that you take, maybe start to invite movement back into the body, slowly, carefully, whatever that means to you. And eventually finding a place where you can take those fingertips and toes in opposite directions, so arms reach toward the back of the room, toes reach to the front. And as we exhale, we wrap the arms around the shins and squeeze in tight, bring those knees in one at a time. Start to rock and roll a little side to side. As we exhale, we roll to the right. Pause for a breath or two there. And then using the strength of the upper body, slowly bringing ourselves up into a comfortable seated position. Taking the hands together at heart center. Bowing the chin towards the fingertips, lifting the heart to the head. In our practice and in our life, honoring what our bodies need in this moment, and above all else, just breathing, no matter how challenging the situation may be. In honor of our practice, the practice of all those with us today, namaste.
Namaste.
She's the sugar.
She's the squirrel.
Thanks you guys for tuning in.
Thanks for slowing down with us.